Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to isolate an angle to the race that might lead us into the winner. Well, one of the big days of Hong Kong racing on Sunday, the FWD Champions Day, including the QE2 Cup, the Champions Mile and the Chairman's Sprint Prize. 3 Group 1 races, and I won't be dealing with them on this show, but all over the Hong Kong Jockey Club website you can find information, interviews, videos of track work. There's a special preview show, so all the information that you could possibly need to play into the Group 1s on Sunday. I'm going to deal with a couple on the undercard, and we're going to start with race 2, where our winning factor is the map. Now, this is a Class 3, 1600 metres, and I think there are cases to be made for the likes of Karma and Helene Warrior to improve on their recent runs. Star Mac is coming back from the Derby to a more suitable assignment. There's a very nice newcomer, the former Irish-trained Stunning Peach, and a promising horse rising through the grades in Voyage Samurai. And Voyage Samurai is very much the focus horse here after 3 starts in Class 4 for 2 wins and a second. He now comes into Class 3, but let's have a look at his latest offering in Class 4. This is race 546. He's in gate 4, white with green chevrons, and Voyage Samurai is one of the fastest away here, and Derek Leung takes him to the front in what is initially a decent speed, but the second section here bears some highlighting, run over a second slower than average. So it's no surprise then that Voyage Samurai has plenty of energy left in the back half of the race, is able to quicken again on the circle and then sprint home too fast for his rivals, and is never really in any danger of defeat. Now, while he certainly looked strong at the finish there, Voyage Samurai, bear in mind he didn't spend much energy there between the 1200 and 800 metres, and that of course left him with plenty of energy for the finish. Now he has to go another 200 metres, so that's the challenge for him. But there is another very interesting horse in the race, Stunning Peach. Now, this horse comes to Hong Kong having his first start on Sunday, but he had some very good form as a young horse in Ireland and France under the name Islands in the Stream, one for the Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton fans. Now, he's had 3 barrier trials in Hong Kong. Let's take a look at the latest of them. And this is over 1600 metres. Zach Purton here aboard in purple and blue with a yellow cap, and he jumps okay, but there's no hurry, and he settles in the middle of the field here, and they, as they tend to do in these 1600 metre races, they canter along at just a steady speed, and Stunning Peach is there in midfield until they turn into the home straight, where Purton does ask him to improve, and he gathers the leaders up quite nicely, but then is swallowed late by Romantic Warrior in the blue colours. Now, there was no match there for Romantic Warrior despite the small margin. That's certainly no disgrace, but it was a nice trial nonetheless, and Tony Cruz, his trainer, is probably the best yard in Hong Kong at getting these previously raced horses to be able to win at their first local start. So he's certainly one to watch. However, I've made the winning factor here the map for a very good reason. What you notice most about this race is the lack of tactical speed amongst the chances. Now, I think we'll see Stunning Peach in a similar position to his trial at best, and Helene Warrior, Star Mac and Karma are all back runners, which leaves Voyage Samurai. Now, although this map might look like a contested lead, I think it's more likely that we'll see Kaying Superb and Frantank pressing forward from out wide and allowing Derek Leung to take a trail behind them on Voyage Samurai this time. Now, he's led at 2 of his 3 runs, but those were in very slow tempos where he was forced into that role. That won't be the case here, and we've seen enough of Frantank in particular to know that he's quite a keen going horse and will roll them along at a decent speed, even if he gets to lead by himself. So the tip from me in race 2, Voyage Samurai, his winning factor, the map. Now, on all form lines, you'd look at him and say, well, he's the deserved favourite here anyway, even though he does have that extra 200 metres to go. But I think the key for him is that he's going to be up on the speed, and all the dangers to him look like giving him a big start. The second race I want to take a look at is race 3, and our winning factor here, the winning debutant. Now this is a class 4, 1200 metres, and I think it will be dominated by just a few runners who might turn out to be quite handy as time goes on, including Lucy in the Sky, who hasn't had things quite work out in 2 starts. Lifeline Express, a recent winner this course and distance. Happy for All was back to something like his best last start, chasing home Devano, who is the top weight here. The top weight and also the likely favourite here, Devano, after a very impressive win at his first start. This is race 522. We see Happy for All here in yellow and green from gate 7 get back in the field, as is usual, but gate 12 in white and purple is Devano. The first section here is not especially quick, and Lyle Hewitson zooms him across the field with very good natural pace to dominate the race in front. Now he gets balanced on the circle and then sprints quickly down the final 400 metres to win impressively, while Happy for All is given too much start but does find the line well for the silver medal. Now Devano was a 20-to-1 chance there on debut. He won't be those odds on Sunday. In fact, he'll be favourite. And I know there are many punters who feel like they're late to the party coming into these horses' second start after they've won at a big price beforehand. So I thought it was worth having a look at the statistics surrounding this scenario. So this table is for runners since September 2018, and the answer really is these horses perform up to expectations, even though those expectations become quite high after the debut win. Their strike rate across all trainers is better than 36%, which is about as high as strike rates get in Hong Kong, but much higher for some yards, and 9 trainers here are ahead of betting market expectations with these runners, including Devano's trainer, Francis Loy. The other thing weighing heavily in Devano's favour, I think, is that I expect to see him in front again. When we take a look at the map, he comes in a couple of gates to barrier 9 this time, but other than possibly Glory Elite, I don't think he'll meet with a great deal of opposition to find the lead again and control the race, provided he gets out of the gates as quickly as he did last time. And that's where he has another factor in his favour, Lyle Hewitson. Now on this graphic, I've shown how the jockeys have performed leading in races. Now leading any race is a massive advantage. Down the bottom here, look at the edge you've had since September 2019 if you'd known every leader in every race. And this isn't specific to Hong Kong, it's a common trend. Lyle Hewitson is one of the really sharp jockeys out of the barriers here and has a great record when he does lead. Now these figures have included every jockey to have ridden in Hong Kong since September 2019, which is why you see Joao Moreira near the top. But Hewitson is breathing down the necks of 2 of the greats of Hong Kong racing, with his performances well ahead of market expectations. So the tip from me in race 3 is Devano. His winning factor, the winning debutant. Now the statistics show that horses that are able to win at their first start, it also augurs well for a very strong performance at their second start. But I also think we're going to see him out in front, and the stats point to that being an edge. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Enjoy the big day of Group 1 racing on Sunday. We'll see you next time.